Plenty work. Oh,
Mr.
Days.
Some of the times I reflect because I ain't really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just part of my life, and a lot of times I wish that I'd have really enjoyed it more.
Right.
You know, because it was moving fast.
Right. Also, too, again, like you said, not being like, I gotta, put the spin on it. Not being like an American kid where they throw it to you early and it's, so and you be around people and you see this and you see that. Because for us, it was just that.
Yeah.
So now we get to like, you go through the summer. That's just summer, right? So now you're in your senior year, right? So, but you're working. You're ready to work.
Senior year here.
Right.
I had Mr. Lodge call me and say, "Yo, I got an unofficial visit for you." I said, "All right, we had a school break or something
right.
happened." I took an unofficial to Cincinnati.
Okay. Good old Ohio.
I almost committed to Cincinnati just off the strength that Bobby Huggins was bugged the fuck out like Jock.
Bobby Huggins is different.
Bugged the fuck out.
Different.
He came there, and I'm telling you, these unofficials I had, because I can't get in trouble.
Right.
I didn't even know they was illegal. Then I go to UNLV.
The mall.
I said, "Oh, it's too hot for me. This ain't New York.
Right.
I ain't fucking with this."
Right.
Then I go to USC, but I was a favor. I found out later. I go to USC. Come back to
USC,
New York.
Robert Platt, man.
Come back to New York. And I had like some options. I was playing, I was hooping, I was, second team All City as a junior. First, nobody knew me.
Right.
I'm on the scene. My
Punishing
AAU
everybody.
team is killing.
Right.
Everybody getting heavily recruited. I'm having a good time. And I'm like, I'm from the 90s. I'm staying home.
Right.
This traveling shit is cute. I'm going up the block, right off the
Grand Central. Right up
the back, the
Grand Central, too.
not Grand Central. I mean, it's off the Grand Central, but from Brooklyn.
It's the conduit.
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie
The
Rob.
Jackie Rob, right?
What's this shit called before?
Interborough, man.
Interborough.
Man.
Interborough, my bad.
You doing that new
My
shit,
bad.
man. We wrote Interborough.
I was out of town. I've been gone for 20 years, bro.
Yeah, so I went to St. John.
Right.
I never even took a visit to St. John.
Wow. And Jarvis was there, right?
Nah, so I got a quiz for you. You can use this. I'm the only 4-year college player that had 3 head coaches in 4 years.
Mahoney,
Jarvis,
Frischilla.
and Frischilla. Frank Frischilla.
Frischilla.
Wow,
And Frischilla was the worst.
That's my man.
Frischilla was, I went,
That was your freshman? The freshman was
Mahoney.
Mahoney
Right. Let me go.
Right, do you.
Let me go.
And you was at St. John's with who?
I was there with Zendon, Felipe, Tariq Turner. I was there.
I hated Tariq Turner too. I was like, he's 6'4" for nothing.
He was actually 6'6".
Right. But that's how he was like 6'4" going into school.
He was
I
huge.
was like, damn, man, this
and
kid
they could
is
have had
small.
Kareem Reed. I played with Kareem
Right,
Reed
he
AAU,
turned
and
off.
I was like, damn, Kareem, you could have been on my team.
Yeah, I wanted him to turn up, man.
Tariq ended up being one of my closest friends. Good dude, making a shitload of money on Wall Street.
Do you think the right, as a player, he did his job.
Absolutely.
But as a basketball fan, for me, I want more. I'm like, because I grew up watching Lancaster, Gordon, Milt White, these 6'4", 6'5" guards, Alvin Robinson, Sid Moncrief. I'm talking about killers.
Savages. It's not even killers, man.
Right, hitmen. Right, exactly. So I'm watching that, so I'm like, damn, I like this kid, but he. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like somebody they won't turn that corner, man. That's crazy. So now you're like you at St. John's.
My first year, I'm killing.
Right.
We struggling though.
Right. Okay.
They let me live. I'm piggybacking off all the attention off of Zen.
Best game of your freshman year.
Shit. I think the first game I started against Pittsburgh, I had like 20 and 17.
Murdered numbers.
Yeah.
Jokic numbers. Jokic
Yeah,
doing that now, right?
I was wilding. Like I got it. Then I got Big East first team all rookie.
Okay, nice.
They
nice.
fired
Mahoney.
They fired Mahoney. Frischilla came in. Now, what I'm gonna say is my story.
Right.
Frischilla could say whatever you want.
Right.
But I got the text from him apologizing me 15 years later.
Right.
Frischilla didn't play me. You know why? Because I didn't go visit Manhattan. So when he got there, he was salty.
He was still tight.
He was salty with me.
Wow.
And I knew this, but it was never until he texted. I got the text.
Right.
I shared that shit in the St. John's basketball group.
Oh, wow.
Right? But I'm going to say this. I learned the game of basketball from Fran Frischilla. He know basketball.
Right.
X's and O's, looking at tape, all that other shit. Fran, he know what he doing. I don't like him as a person.
Right.
Mad disrespectful, short man complex. You know what I'm saying? And I used to curse him out. Like we used to argue, and I was like, "Yo, suck my dick."
Right, totally disrespectful.
You know what I'm saying? I used
He's
to
from
say
the 90s.
I used to say everything to him is disrespectful.
He's from the 90s.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of my junior year, he just let me go. He was like, "Yo, I can't hold you out. We winning with you." So like the second half, if you look at what we accomplished the second half of my junior year, then you'll see like they started me like you were supposed to,
right?
And we just went crazy, and we all fucking lost in the first round. But we should have, did what we had to do. But that was a learning experience.
Right.
I had patience, thank the Jock and all them. Like I'm like, all right, he go.
Some things was instilled in you without you knowing.
Right.
But it came in handy. But it came in handy.
Adversity.
Right. Because remember, this is the first computer.
Right.
So you get a lot of stuff and you store it. You got all these windows, and then one day you have to resort to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now.
And you know what, Nard? This is a true story. Worst case scenario, I was graduating.
Right. Mom's getting that paper.
Right.
Getting that degree for
sure.
I'm
gonna make money. I go to St. John's. Like I wasn't just a basketball player. Like I'm going to different shit. I'm social,
culturally diverse.
My girl at the time was a big real estate broker. Right. Then I had a girl on campus that was studying to be a lawyer. Her father was worth $500 million. Right. So I'm like, yo,
Saudi money.
I'm like, hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm doing what I'm supposed to do for me.
Right.
In addition.
I'm engaged to the college life, not just an athlete's life.
Okay.
And that's what I try to preach to a lot of these cats. I say, engage.
Well, they miss the student concept. Because so many people already instill in them like that's not important. Like they gotta.
That's how we're taught.
Right, they gotta be at workouts and stuff like that. But
you still got time.
But they don't have the GPA. A lot of New York City kids don't even register at National NCAA Clearinghouse. Like
I heard it all. I
be like, yo.
Yeah, I heard it all.
Like,
but I definitely embraced everything with college. And that's why I got 1 million people now, like even with my companies and shit. Tired.
So now you go into your senior year.
I go in my senior year.
Junior year, let you go. Y'all go out in the first round.
Yeah. Then he gets fired. Mike Jarvis
and at this time you have who you playing with?
After he's released, so this was Zenon and Felipe's last year. Okay. They're gone. So now I got Meta World Peace, Eric Barkley. Eric Barkley came to St. John's because of me.
Right. You got that dude.
Right. That's I would beat his little ass up. That's my brother.
There you go.
LeVar Postel, Boosie Thornton. We had a squad.
Boosie Thornton. I like Boosie Thornton.
Right. We had a squad.
Right. Had a nice mob.
Jarvis comes.
Had the young Ron too.
Had the young Ron.
Shout out to Meta World Peace.
So we had a squad.
Right.
We started playing small ball because we worked well because we had another big dude.
You and Ron on that baseline working out.
Yeah.
Wearing them bigs out.
So we had a nice little thing, and we went all the way to Elite 8. But that year was crazy for me because
how was Jarvis?
Jarvis was dope, but he was a dickhead in the beginning.
Okay.
So I'll tell you a quick story. Jarvis
he came from where? George Washington, right?
Strict.
Right.
He come there, everybody tell he don't fuck with facial hair, blah, 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 blah. All right.
He came with a full beard on your ass.
First meeting we had, it was a Monday. I don't know if Pat remember this. Sunday nights in New York City was Envy.
Oh, Envy.
Yeah,
okay.
Tunnel was the wild shit. Envy was Boost. Right?
Yeah.
Envy was like the RCL nails.
My team, we party. We the king of New York.
That's when they would bring y'all in, and y'all had a box at the garden.
Yes,
they would show you how to milk the city. They would show you how to milk the city.
Exactly.
Right? Like, dude, this is why dudes came to St. John.
Exactly.
They walk up through the garden. Right. I remember that. I was like, yo.
So we had a meeting Monday. No, we had workouts Monday. His first meeting was a workout, 6 o'clock on the track. We had curfew the night before. He told me curfew 10 o'clock.
On Envy night?
On a Sunday night.
On Envy night?
Yes. I said, yo, coach, because I'm the captain. He said, yo, I'm you the senior, I'll make you the captain. Yo, coach, I called his son, Deuce. Right. Yo, coach, don't come to the apartments, because we had cribs. Don't come to the apartments, nobody gonna be there. We good, but we'll be there in the morning. Son, these motherfuckers come check us, everybody out. I'm talking about the whole team. This is how we used to roll.
Mobbed out.
Some went to Tunnel, some went to Envy. Everybody come from wherever they coming from to the track. 6 o'clock in the morning. On time.
Okay.
Jarvis is steaming. Y'all motherfuckers think that. Ran us to death. Nobody complained. Ran us niggas vomiting, blah, blah, blah. After that, we go, he calls me into the meeting.
Right.
He looks at me. He said, "So this is what it's gonna be coaching city kids." I said, "Coach," and this is when I ain't really give a fuck. I was like, "Coach, yeah, this is what it's gonna be." He said, "All right, so promise me this: if y'all practice hard and work hard, y'all ain't got no rules." This is Jarvis' exact words.
Wow.
And we broke him the first week. That was it. And after that, we had an understanding. Dudes knew, because he knew he was gonna have fun.
He was good with X's and O's too, though.
Not as good as Fran, but he was good.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Full transparency. Not
Right,
as
right.
good as, but he knew like Nard, he can't do nothing with you. So we go call one down.
All day.
You know what I'm saying? Or he'll tell Eric, so it's a mismatch.
Yeah.
Stop acting stupid.
Yeah.
He'll call the time. Like, he was so wild. I loved him. He was so wild that Jarvis used to call a timeout so that they could take pictures of him saying nothing to us. And he used to tell us. He was like, "Nah, I want to give y'all a break. They taking pictures now." He'll sit down there like this. Watch old St. John's again. He don't say nothing. We be bugging. You know what I'm saying? But again, that experience with Jarvis was dope. And the first 10 games of the season, and they
excuse me, not to cut you off. But being a culturally conscious dude, did it feel good to have a black head coach?
It felt like everything.
Nice.
Because he was all for us.
Right.
You know, Jarvis came to practice with $50,000 and put send it to court and say, "Yo, this is what y'all want to play for. Y'all better play hard. Y'all better practice hard." Took the money up and put that shit in the bag. It was like, "Yo, we gonna talk about this." You know what I'm saying? Jarvis ain't let us spend nothing. Jarvis pushed for us to get extra meal money. You know what I'm saying?
He crying about that punk. Some schools was getting that punk ass $9 meal money.
Jarvis was like, "Yo, listen." Jarvis, listen, because you know everything in New York City, like for the Knicks, for example. If meal money is $50 a day, because you're in New York, it's $100.
Right, it's $100.
Jarvis should give us the max, then tell us, "Nah, you're not paying for nothing." He's getting $1 million.
Right.
And we knew he was getting $1 million.
Right.
We're like, "Coach, you gotta pick that up." Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? So it was mad dope shit that he was doing for us.
Right.
It worked for
educating you in the business too.
Educating and always, you know what I'm saying, always looking out for us. And I love this wife. You know what I'm saying? Because she used to be like, "Yo, y'all don't get into no trouble." You know what I'm saying? We gonna take care of y'all. But the experience was so dope that even in basketball, like if you watched us play, we was having so much fun, but we was very competitive. We had 8 dudes that played professional basketball on that team.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? 8 dudes that made money playing basketball from that St. John's 99-2000 team.
Dope.
But Jarvis and the way he had us set up made life for us very competitive. But we were brothers because we had more fights than any team in college.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Eric Barkley won't fight everybody every day.
Farrier nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Straight. You know what I'm saying? Ron Artest with that fake mad corny shit, son. You can't even fight. Yeah. So don't even front. You gotta say that shit when you go to the NBA.
Fake wrestling?
Yeah, fake. Oh, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? We had a country boy, LeVar Postel, thought he was tough.
Strong as hell, right? Just
you know, but when we leave
Boosie Coleman's from Maryland, right?
Boosie laid back. Boosie chilling. Boosie just want to chill. Boosie want to get his nails done and shit.
He's dangerous.
Yeah. But we worked as a really dope unit.
A cohesive unit, dope.
And we always knew like, yo, you
knew with somebody
12,
else.
He gonna have 12. I'm gonna have 12. We good.
Right, but you also knew like if somebody wasn't on campus where he was, like dudes wasn't missing. Wasn't
No,
AOL.
we ain't had
AOL, right?
We had too much fun with each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is when Ron wasn't going out because he had a kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even going out. He got crazy in the nightlife when he went to the league. You know
after he worked in Best Buy for a year. This dude worked in Best Buy, an NBA player working in Best Buy for real.
Bro. But yeah, that was dope. That was a dope experience, and you know, he got me ready to go.
Like lifetime friendships with these dudes, right? Still communicate with everybody.
I lead the group chat. St. John's called me to get them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I just tell them like, "Yo, son, we go get on this call and speak to the fans."
Right.
Because I know the long-term benefits of that. You know what I'm saying? They do a little bullshit ass signature thing. You get $3,000.
I want to salute you though, because you know. Again, like you change the narrative because at face value, we don't appear to be as intelligent or as marketable as we can be and as some of us are. Uh-huh. And what you're doing and being who you are, shit is dope. Like for me, like you said, I saw you when I didn't even know who you was. And now looking at what you're doing and everything, it's like it's dope. So it's like it's just dope, man. I want to really salute you on that, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, but I always wanted to tell you that.
Nah. That shit made my night for real.
I swear to God, I never forget it because I I didn't know your name.
Right. Okay.
But I was like, yo, who this dude? Why he playing me so fucking close? And he was like, yeah, shorty, you gotta, work on your shit. You was dead ass shit, like you was gonna slap the shit out of me. Word.
Right.
But yeah, man. I mean,
do you still go to the games?
Yeah. When I'm in town.
In town.
You know what I'm saying? I stay floating and shit because obviously.
You live primarily.
I live in Brooklyn, son. I mean, it might not seem like it's a.
I'll be on the gram. I'm like, this is my man. He live in Italy. You know what I mean?
Yo, listen. I live in Brooklyn.
Funny story. You told your kids, allegedly, you told your kids, like, y'all have to understand, like, y'all don't have shit. Like, daddy has money.
That's half of the story. That's half of the story. So, I tried to make it seem to my kids that I be struggling at first.
Okay.
So they can kind of learn the struggle, because they don't live normal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but then my daughter is very bright. She like, Daddy, you take flights all the time.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Oil cost.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you then you always want to take us on vacation. What are you talking about?
Right. It's something not adding up.
Right. So she started to kind of understand, but not understand,
right.
But she ain't dumb. And then my kids don't know me for basketball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My kids know me for being on my laptop, always calling, and
right,
that's what they see me. When I'm with them, I'm like working and shit, organizing. Not too much, but enough where they think that's my job.
Right.
Google is the worst thing ever for me. When my kids saw that I hoop, and I got stories and shit, then my daughter's like, okay, my daddy ain't poor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that kind of evolved in itself, but I live in Brooklyn, man.
How old were they when you first took them to the game, to a St. John's game?
I never took them to the St. John's game. Nah, because during this basketball season, they got their own thing going.
Okay.
But I took them to games in Europe. Like I played in Milan.
Right.
So I took my first.
Now hear that? Milan, where y'all want them shoes from? Them
right.
bags? yeah. My boy affiliated, you heard?
So I took my kids to both of my kids when they was young, starting from, because when I'm out there, I just go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They'll bring me into the arena. But my kids still ain't understand until they made an announcement. And it was like, we want to welcome back Mr. Brooklyn himself, Tyrone. And my kids is looking at me like this. Because I don't talk about it.
Right.
You know, we just on the court watching the game like this. Yo, my son going crazy. He's fucking crack baby. He losing his fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't realize it. But then when they announced that shit and everybody stood up and started clapping, and I like stood up and was like, all right, thanks. Because I don't really need that attention. Like, I don't give a fuck. But my kids was like, my daughter's looking at me for the whole day. And I'm not going to say that kind of made them want to play sports more, but I think it added fuel internally, like in the back of their mind. Like my daughter's like, yeah, I think I got to play some kind of sport. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's how, it was young. My daughter's like 5, my son was like 2. Okay. And they
that's dope.
Yeah. I got pictures of that shit and everything, man.
That's dope, man. So now we wind out St. John's senior year. You went through the whole thing with Jarvis and everything. Now it's time to start getting ready for the next step.
Remember in St. John's, I was hurt.
Right.
A lot of people forget that. So I was hurt. So I was leading the team in every statistical category. I fucked my wrist up. Tried to come back fast, fucked it up worse. The end of the year, we lost in the Elite 8. I didn't play. A couple days later, they had invited me to Chicago.
Okay, the pre-draft.
I said, nah, I need surgery. So I'm going to go to Portsmouth. So I goes to Portsmouth, drugged up. The painkillers, blah, blah, blah. I go to Portsmouth, I went MVP.
Wow, worked out.
Yeah, I get the MVP for Portsmouth. I get surgery. I go to surgery, they was like, yo, you're going to be done for like 4 to 6 months. I'm like, all right. So during that time, I'm still visiting teams. I visited 13 teams.
Wow.
Only crazy motherfucker that let me work out was fucking Pat Riley. I got a cast up. They had this thing you wrap around your hand, and I'm on the treadmill watching workout. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Quick story. I'm talking about this NBA shit. I just had this conversation. Tone. You know Tone that played with Nike One.
Yeah, Tone.
Yeah.
From West Virginia.
I went to Fort. He didn't even go to.
Right, he's supposed to go to West Virginia.
I went, and this people don't even know this story.
You throwing shit the backboard from half court on
People don't even understand this. People always used to ask me when I was older, who was better, Tone or Junior? I said Tone by far. Tone.
His ability to put the ball on the floor?
Huh?
His ability to put the ball on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tone, I'm going to interview with these teams. Reinsdorf, everybody, Milwaukee, everybody asking. I'm from Brooklyn because they trying to, they got an interview.
Right.
Everybody's saying, hey, man, we had this kid from Brooklyn in here. He killing everybody. It's like Terrence Springer. The fuck is Terrence Springer? What are you talking about? Next team. No. Terrence Springer. No, I didn't know who they was talking about for a long time. Draft come, I didn't get drafted. 37 minutes after the draft, Charlotte called me and said, we give you a 2-year guarantee, right? Go out to Charlotte, move to Charlotte, go to Charlotte, break my hand again. I'm on the Charlotte Hornets bench for 2 years. Can't do shit. Risk again. That summer, I'm going to court, downtown Brooklyn. I was selling my house, some shit with a realtor. I see Tone. Tone had a piece of paper. Shit said Terrence Springer. I said, yo, Tone.
Oh, you fucking shitting me. That's what you said to him?
I said, Tone, why you never said that you was, Tone was going to get drafted first round.
Right.
This is a real story.
Right, Tone.
Most people don't even know that.
Right. I remember when he said he said, no, like, I'm going in.
He didn't even have an agent.
Right.
Chicago Bulls was going to draft him in the 1998 draft. Guess why Tone didn't get drafted?
Why?
And guess why Tone all of a sudden stopped playing basketball? Tone got 2 degenerative knees.
Yeah, he don't have no college or something.
Both of them.
Right. Both
So
knees?
So Pat,
all that fucking dunking and jumping with no college?
Tone.
That's that Brandon Roy shit. That's what in his career.
Yeah, Tone, because they said, when I was in Chicago, they told me the whole story because they was checking. Remember, I was hurt.
Right.
So I was speaking to doctors.
Right.
So they all was telling me, it was like, yo, this kid came here and bust everybody ass. When he could not pass his physical, Tone went, out of the 13 teams that I visited, Tone probably went to 5 of them that I know of.
Right.
And they all said the same thing. I ain't find that shit was Tone until 2 years. And I had a conversation with Tone. I said, Tone, you act like you wasn't even trying to. He's like, Ty, what the fuck am I say? I can't play.
Right.
My knees is fucked up. I said, damn, but the stories I heard though, no?
Yeah, no, seriously, I played with him.
I'm sure you did. But the stories I heard with him, with them individuals, they said nobody in Chicago especially said, we brought him in here, Mr. Grant. Jerry Reinsdorf told me this in my face. He said we were going to sign him until we looked at his knees. Because we were wondering why he missed so many games.
He boarded my man one time. So fucking hard. The fucking backboard shifted.
That's
right?
cool.
I had a fast break. He was chasing me down. I stopped and shot a 12-footer.
Pulled up.
He might catch me. Motherfucker might catch me. So I stopped and pulled up. Like, cash, fuck it.
That shit crazy.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the kid was different.
Nah, Tone was different. So that whole so I did that with Charlotte. And then after that I took my
Tone, we need you, baby.
Yeah, I took my skill set to EuroLeague, Italy.
Right.
Played in Italy, Spain, and Greece.
Nice.
And had a ball out there for about 11 years.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Do you speak any of those languages?
Yeah, man.
I know you speak Italian.
I speak Italian. I speak a little bit of French. I speak a little bit of everything once you get me nice.
Right. Once that oil is involved, it's going down.
Right. I kind of
put
this shit together a little bit, but nah, man. I mean, it was dope, man. Nah, that part of it was dope. Again, I was wilding though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was free. I was making a bunch of money. Mm-hmm. You know, they was announcing my after parties at the Milan game.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? It's funny because about 7 years.
Was Walt Berry's like still living out there?
I called Walt at the end of it.
Okay.
Walt gave me 30. His last year playing basketball.
30?
And then slapped me on my ass like, nah, you gonna be doing that.
You gonna be nice.
Yeah. Bust my ass in.
Did Walt have a little pouch underneath his arm?
Hell yeah.
Stay with that little pouch.
They gave Walt
on the way down.
They gave Walt $180,000. He played my team. I was in Pisa, Italy. He played my team and left the next day. Then he retired. He said he ain't playing.
He would come out here and go out to us to eat, me and Kenny at the Shark Bar, and bring all that money
Because he had the
back
limo joint,
at the
right?
table.
He got the limo joint, right? The limo service or something he had.
He probably had that too.
Right, yeah.
remember.
Right, back then he had like a limo
comes
service
back.
or something. Yeah, like he was always a business dude
He
though.
had the pouch with numbers, money from overseas.
Yeah. Walt is. They love him. I mean, I got a rep over there. Walt is God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The truth.
Like, he can walk anywhere right now. And it's like, I might have to say who I am.
Right.
Walt?
Yeah, we know.
Nah, it's a different.
Right.
Like him, Walt, and God bless his dead Conrad.
Conrad, God bless.
Different kind of, but Conrad not so much for basketball, it was for his personality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Electric.
He did all the extra stuff. Walt just give you 40 and have a nice
on the quiet with a smile, a nice smile.
Yeah.
A 2-piece outfit, all white.
And matching.
Walt had the bashment suits before the bashment.
Before the bashment. That's a fact.
With the pouch. That was my man.
Yeah,
that's my man, Walt.
That mob though. Talk about the Redmen. That's the Redmen. That mob. That St. John's mob with him, Mark Jackson, Chris Mullen.
Yeah.
Glass.
Yeah,
Billy Singleton. Willie Glass, Mike Moses.
The big fella.
Billy Singleton. I mean not Billy Singleton.
Played for Chicago, the Bulls.
Oh, Winnington.
Yeah. Bill Winnington.
Yeah.
Billy Goodwin.
Yeah. And those guys used to come up when I used to be there. I met all those brothers, man.
Good.
So how many years you did overseas total?
11.
Nice.
11. 11. I played 11. My last year was in Greece. I played the game. My daughter was like a year and a half. I was like, you know what? Y'all don't even got to pay me no more. I'm going home. I left. Nice. I left on my terms. I was just like over it.
Right. But you had a good career, so that's dope.
I mean,
so you should listen, dude. I tell everybody, my boy is from the '90s. He lives in LA, right? Like he's the man in LA. Like where I need to get something to eat at, he's sending you. Like just tell him, ask for such and such.
Right.
Yeah, it's a go. You from the '90s, Greece, Milan, Pisa, all over. Like that shit is dope. Pop Smoke, like the '90s producers, the Smurder kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like dudes, like, and it's crazy because like the community gets such a bad rep from what's going on now. Because before it was a hardworking community, everybody works, man. You know, you got everybody's a mechanic, everybody's a carpenter. The dudes worked. But what y'all doing and your story, that shit is dope.
I appreciate it.
And the kids don't see that. That's why we create this platform. That's why here at A-Bridge we want people to be able to understand that there are so many people who look like us and who are doing great things. You understand what I'm saying? Because like you had your basketball career, you have your businesses. I want you to tell us about your businesses, and it's just like your know-how, your rapport, how you are with people, and the fact that you keep it 100. That's serious.
You know what it is too, Nard? It's about respect, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I know y'all came before me.
Right, appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? I know y'all came. Like this is usually my issue with the young men of today. Like I can respect the shit out of you. I can still tell you I'll bust your ass.
Right.
I respect you. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me you gonna bust my ass and then you don't respect me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these people, they misunderstand what, you paying homage, son. They not real paying homage.
Yeah.
You showed me a lot of love, man. You know what I'm saying? Due to the fact that we live around the corner from each other, but we've been through the same path. You know what I'm saying? Always showed me love. Sheldon Jefferson, he's told me he wore 25 at West Virginia because of me. I wore 25 at Grady.
Right.
Like to hear this shit from these young cats that came up after us, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing but love, man.
Nah.
Sell my guy.
But that's that discipline and respect that we grew up with.
Right. Absolutely.
Now it's some other shit. Now it's these dudes that's fathers telling they said, fuck him, man. He ain't played 7 years in the NBA. Shorty, you still ain't better than him.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all missing the whole point. You know what I mean? So
dudes had to come up. It was tools. You had to learn. You had to go through the ranks, man.
Yeah. And that was just part of the transition.
Because you look now, and again, it's not to assassinate dudes, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You take these kids right now, high school seniors. Which one of these high school seniors in New York City right now could have played on y'all Riverside team as a high school senior?
Shit, I don't know if any of them could have played on my high school team. We had 7 Division I players on my high school team.
Right.
And we wasn't even the top team in the city.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So dude, I was just talking to Jaquay Walls out there working out with this team.
Right.
I'm like, yo, son, this the basketball, like, these guys that get back into basketball, they really, really love it. I never really, really loved it. I like basketball. I sponsor teams. I do all that shit. My little piece. I can speak to kids and all that. But all that shit dealing with your moms and your father trying to tell me.
Yeah, I have an AAU program
like,
and it's serious.
Go ahead. Like, I'm not arguing with the AAU director for this AAU program. And he telling me, like, son, There's nothing you know about basketball more than me. I don't give a fuck how long you been doing AAU. I lived this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From the bottom. I was never the number one motherfucker, so I had to learn.
Right. I tell people that shit all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
I won a tournament in here right before the pandemic, and I'm yelling at my team. I said, "Pay attention, listen. Nobody in this gym know more about basketball than me. Mm-hmm. Nobody in this gym is a better basketball player than me. I'm going crazy." And to prove it, it's so funny. We were down 4. This is how bad basketball is. We was down 4. Seriously, we were down 4 with 2 minutes left. The ref called a double check, fouled my kid. I got 4 plays. 2 minutes left, down 4. The other team got 4 reclasses, 14 and under. They got a 9th grader. Two kids turning 16 next week, and we beat them because they don't understand the difference between possession over point.
Let me ask you a question about this whole reclass thing, right? What do you think about it? In short,
I think it's bad. I just think it's because they have a problem with the young black millionaire. I really think it's that because that's why they started reclassing a lot of kids. 'Cause a lot of kids didn't look like us that was reclassing. Mm-hmm. They didn't look like us, so they were reclassing them to make them
seem official,
right? To make them relevant.
I think that's true, but I also believe that because people are looking for the success and not the work.
Okay.
They trying to extend that work log before they have to go to college to reality hit.
Before that.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Let the kid go through adversity. If he's not ready, sit out a year in college. That's fine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
A lot of us did.
The odds are you're not playing professional, and it's fine.
Right.
This is what I don't understand.
And this is where my saying comes in. When the dream dies, the reality has to kick in.
Yeah. But these kids ain't ready for the reality.
They ain't ready for the reality.
So for me, with this whole basketball shit, man, I just think that these kids are being lied to and taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's crazy money in youth sports anyway. Right. I don't know what the fuck some of these coaches be talking about.
Another Grady alum, Dame Lawrence, said on this show too.
Dame, good people.
He stated, great guy.
Brother.
Yes, sir. He stated that it's too much basketball available to these kids.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
That's true. And that resonated with me. That resonated in my soul. I was like, wow. I never even looked at it like that.
That's very true.
I was like, yo. I said, I gotta add that when I speak. When I told people because that's serious.
That's
man.
true because we was limited. Like you had 4, 5, 6 teams. Right. Other than that, you had the games watching. Like
right, and you went uptown. It was 700.
Right,
dudes from Harlem and the Bronx.
Right. So you like, damn, how am I gonna get on the court? Mm-hmm. So you go to the park and bust everybody out.
Right.
You start from the bottom. You try to get on the big court, and you know what I'm saying?
I always tell dudes after if he does not call your name at the church, you go next door to Stone Gym. And play with Sunday.
Yeah.
Which is choked now, right? Stone Gym is choked now on power, right? Every time they show that door, I be like, that's Stone Gym.
I mean, listen, man. Again, basketball should be a luxury for our young black men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It should be
because it's
the biggest networking thing for us. Long term, short term should just be networking. But
right, because it's not necessarily a pathway to success.
Right. But it can be a pathway to success.
Right.
And that ain't got nothing to do with basketball.
Right.
That's because I know Nard working whatever.
Nard no coke, Nard no Pat.
Right.
Pat no.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then we just move them in.
Right.
Everybody else do that. But here, fuck that. He ain't played 30 years in the league. What are you talking about? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I just and frankly speaking, that's what Europeans do. You know what I'm saying? They just network each other right through everything.
Right, because they walk them up, right? Like in reference to like club teams, like from young, and then they elevate them.
Yeah, but
I watched something on Tony Parker the other day. That whole
but everywhere like France.
Okay, France is different.
France has top teams.
Okay,
but the best players don't go to France to play.
Right,
you play at France at the end of your career.
Okay,
I don't know how it is now, but when I played, but what happens is that, and I be listening to people trying to reference European this year, and I be like, yo, son, you can't hide overseas.
Right.
See, you could be the number 1 player in New York and don't play against the second best player in New York. They'll hide you. Overseas,
everybody.
They be like, Nard, I know you play basketball. I know Pat played basketball, but these 2 motherfuckers, I don't know. Yeah. They ain't coming in the gym. We going to watch 1 and 2 right now. And they put you out there like that. Overseas, they don't play. There's never no misunderstanding with Luka.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They put them in there, top Italians, top Serbians, top Greek, everybody in the same gym, and they play. I had a camp overseas for fucking 13 years in Milan. No, sorry, 10 years in Milan.
Nice.
Right? There's no hiding. If you nice and your best friend is also a point guard, guess what? Y'all not on the same team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody.
And we used to break that shit down. Simple as that. How we used to do.
Right.
Nothing crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you go see
20 dudes in the gym.
Right. You gonna see. You're gonna see Rafa play against Stefan. You're gonna see Ed play against Shamgar. None of the two backcourts.
We had the Riverside tryouts, right? It's Pat Burke, Antoine Lewis, Mo Kirby, you know what I mean? Paco, Terry Presley from Rice, Obet, Greg Poindexter, my guy. I mean, he had another extensive another extensive career overseas.
Right.
But like no day off. Look, growing up, he's saying, look, I'm talking in our era. Before he came to play with us with the Kings, me, Booby, right? Anton. You had Todd Davis up and coming. You had
shit.
Pat guards. Who you had? You had
Alphonse?
I'm telling you, and our era, you got Bobby Cunningham. You got Darryl Prickle. You got Lacey. You got Sean White. You got
Non-stop.
Art Lassane that was at Tilden. But you had it was a mob.
Every
dude.
day was a fight.
Yeah, man. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, but these kids want to wear the same sneakers and wear the same do-rags and all.
Remember my freshman year, the top guards in the city. I always say this here. The top guards in the city. My freshman year was Pearl Washington, Kenny Smith, Mark Jackson, Kenny Hudson, and Billy Donovan. Like dudes ain't even supposed to be playing basketball. Like, those were the senior guards. 3 McDonald's All-American, Kenny Hudson didn't make it, and Billy Donovan was honorable mention. Honorable mention. The Hutch. Killer.
Yeah.
Another 6'4" guard.
And I know the motherfucker.
Right.
I know these names.
Yeah. And Hutch said he went to Arkansas because Eddie Sutton put 6'4" guards in the pros. Straight like that. You understand what I'm saying? So these are the seniors. Now the freshmen is me, Travis, Obet, Lloyd Daniels, Shannon Shell, Shane. It's monsters, man. Mo Scurry.
Big Mo.
Come on, man.
Big Mo hit me yesterday.
Yeah, but that, I mean, you know what?
Mom.
At the end of the day, man, we got to figure out something with these kids. I be listening to some of these basketball conversations and all this other shit.
Analytics. The new shit.
Yeah, but now a lot of us is figuring it out too. So they trying to find another reason not for, you know what I'm saying? It's all
Kids
it's
telling
all
me about
bullshit,
kids telling me about analytics and his percentage, this and third. We're arguing about DeMar DeRozan. I said he kills. He gets off. He has a great mid-range game. He gets off. He doesn't back down. He's a solid defender. He's above average defender.
Yeah.
I said, how is he not? What he's in his 9th year?
He's old too.
Yeah, in the league. In the league, like how are you not respecting him?
Yeah. Yeah, but these kids don't get into no debate with no kids, man.
I stopped talking to a kid on my job about sports, period, because he sent me a text. We at work. He was on this side of the train. I work the train. He's on this side. I'm on the other side. He sends me a text, and he says, on the text, he says, who would you take? Yeah, Kimba and Kevin Johnson. I'm never talking to you about basketball again.
That was a real question?
Yeah, I never talked about basketball again. I didn't respond. I haven't said anything about sports.
That's how you do it.
He asked me, I said, yo, what you think Joe gonna pull this out? He asked me a basketball question. I want to know if Biden gonna win.
Right.
I'm not talking to him about shit.
No. Yeah. But how you are? I don't get it. Yo, you gotta understand. Now, I don't even waste my time, man. Cause
I gotta start, man. Cause it pains me because I'm trying to explain to him like, dude, what's league minimum? NBA, like
I think it's like $4.90 now.
$4.90 now. I was saying $3.25, $4.90 for the guy who goes to the club early to set the tables up in VIP for us.
Yeah.
He's getting $4.90,
and he ain't even doing that no more. Right. He think he getting $4.90 a minute. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's how fucked up these kids are, man.
Yo, this is crazy, man.
Yeah.
For real, man. You gotta really like, yo, man. I want to thank you, man, for just coming here, man, sharing, man. Like this is,
I love y'all, man.
This is big. Now we appreciate you, man.
I could do this shit a lot, man. But the motherfuckers that know basketball.
This is dope, man.
You can't really pay me to come do this with just about anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I be fucking with the podcast shit as long as I gotta have a conversation with me fucking on your podcast. Y'all ain't got really speak. I just like, it's Nard, right? He's like, yeah. I like, all right, I'll be there.
Right.
But these other weirdos want to talk about designer sneakers and son, I can buy all of that. Like, that shit don't mean. Let's talk about hoops.
Right.
Let's talk about how we go get motherfuckers better. Let's talk about how motherfuckers will transition into the real world, right? Because you gotta still live another 40, 50 years when you're done hooping. And you can still hoop.
When hoop is over,
You can still hoop.
Yeah, so, they got the 3-on-3 league, got what, Pelham Fritz, right?
Pelham Fritz. You know
I went up there one day, Gus was still playing, Mike Bannon.
Shit. You know what I'm saying?
But they serving biscuits and all that shit. Grits.
Yeah.
Salmon burgers.
You know what I'm saying?